Number 10. Sukhoi Su-24M Fencer D. The Su-24M, NATO reporting name Fencer D, is a modern frontline bomber designed and manufactured in Russia by Sukhoi company JSC. It's designed to use bombs and missiles to bombard ground and naval surface targets. In June 1979, the first Su-24M production plane flew for the first time. The aircraft was accepted into service in June 1983 after deliveries began in June 1981. Su-24MK, a special export version of the Su-24M, was also supplied to Algeria, Libya, Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Su-24M manufacturing ceased in 1993. The Su-24M is equipped with a GSH-623M 23mm cannon and has a combat load capacity of 8,000 kilograms, which includes 120 S-8 80mm rockets in blocks and 10 or 16 OFAB 500 SHR 500 kilograms or OFAB 250 SHN 250 kilogram high-explosive fragmentation bombs. When equipped with 2 petrol tanks, the aircraft can reach a maximum speed of 1,700 kilometers per hour and a range of 2,850 kilometers. Number 9. Sukhoi Su-34. The Sukhoi Su-34, export designation Su-32, fighter frontline bomber is one of the Russian Air Force's strategic aviation fleet's frontline bombers. The bomber flew for the first time in April 1990, and the first production aircraft was tested in late 2006. Long-range capabilities are provided by auxiliary fuel tanks and in-flight refueling, allowing the Su-34 to compete with other medium strategic bombers. The aircraft can carry 8,000 kilograms of weaponry, including guided bombs KAB-500L, KAB-500KR, or KAB-1500LKR, incendiary bombs, unguided bombs, and cluster bombs KAB-500L, KAB-500KR, or KAB-1500LKR. A 30mm gun, guided air-to-air, air-to-surface missiles, and unguided missiles are among the other weapons. The aircraft's excellent aerodynamics and AL-31F bypass engines allow it to reach a top speed of 1,900 km per hour. The aircraft's usual range is 1,100 km, whereas the ferry's range is 4,000 km. Number 8. Tupolev Tu-22M. Tupolev Tu-22M is ranked 8th. Tupolev Tu-22M bombers are supersonic, long-range strategic and maritime bombers created by Tupolev and based on the Tupolev Tu-22 aircraft design. The Tupolev Tu-221 bomber made its first flight in 1969 and entered service in 1972. Since its initial deployment in Afghanistan in 1987, 497 Tu-22M bombers have been equipped. The plane has a crew of 4 and a maximum range of 2,200 kilometers. It can go at a top speed of 2,000 kilometers per hour, 6 Kh-15 nuclear and Kh-15P anti-radar missiles, 3 tons of free-fall bombs, and Kh-31AP and Kh-35 air-to-surface missiles can be carried on board. Number 7. General Dynamics F-111 AARDVARK. When paired with Pratt & Whitney's TF-30 engines, the F-111 supplied General Dynamic with fighter-level capability capable of achieving Mach 2.5 at high altitudes. Internal fuel limits ranged to 3,100 miles with a maximum takeoff weight of 100,000 pounds, compromising the F-111's payload and endurance. The last operational aircraft with the Royal Australian Air Force, RAAF, was retired in 2010, 43 years after the type's introduction. Number 6. B-52 Stratofortress. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is a long-range strategic heavy bomber flown by the United States Air Force and NASA. It is the U.S. military's longest-serving combat aircraft, supporting air interdiction, maritime, and offensive counter-air missions. Operation Iraqi Freedom was one of the missions that it was employed in. The first flight of the Stratofortress took place in April 1952, and it entered service in 1954. Boeing has produced 744 B-52 bombers in 12 different types. The aircraft's maximum takeoff weight is 488,000 pounds. The new B-52H Stratofortress variant has a mixed payload capacity of 70,000 pounds and can carry free-fall bombs, cluster bombs, precision-guided missiles, and joint direct attack munitions. It can fly at speeds of up to 650 miles per hour, 1,046 kilometers per hour, for a range of more than 10,000 miles at altitudes of more than 50,000 feet without refueling. It has a 5-person crew and is powered by 8 Pratt & Whitney TF33 turbofan engines. Number 5. Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack. Tupolev's Tu-160 has supersonic capability and changeable geometry wings, which are quite similar to Rockwell's B-1 Lancer aircraft. However, the backfire has a more angular overall appearance. It entered service in 1987 as the world's largest and heaviest supersonic combat aircraft, weighing in at 242,000 pounds and capable of reaching speeds of about 1,400 miles per hour. Surprisingly, Tupolev designers proposed in 2018 to develop and manufacture a civilian airliner version of the Tu-160 design, resulting in a modern supersonic transport. However, no further advancements have been reported. Number 4. AVRO VULCAN. Number 4 is the AVRO VULCAN, a high-level strategic bomber flying the Royal Air Force from 1956 to 1984 with a power-jet tailless delta wing. The Vulcan was created in response to AVRO and Company's 3V bombers specification B-3546. The Vulcan was supposed to be the aircraft with the most advanced technology. As a result, it was the riskiest option, and numerous reduced-size aircraft known as the AVRO 707 were created to test and enhance delta wing design principles. It weighs roughly 83,000 pounds empty with a maximum takeoff weight of 170 times that. Number 3. XIAN H-6. The XIAN H-6 strategic bomber, a Chinese derivative of the Tupolev Tu-16 bomber, is ranked number 3. The PTA Navy also uses Muslim carrier versions of the H-6. The first H-6 bomber designed in China was delivered to the PLWAF in 1969. The H-6's internal armaments bay can contain up to 9,000 kilograms of general-purpose explosives in the 250 kilograms to 3,000 kilograms class. 2 23mm guns as well as anti-ship and anti-air missiles are mounted on the bomber. At a cruise speed of 796 km per hour, the aircraft will have a range of around 6,000 kilometers, Mach 0.75. Number 2. B-1B Lancer. The B-1B Lancer is a long-range strategic bomber built by Rockwell International and deployed primarily by the United States Air Force. The aircraft is based on the B-1A bomber and has a lower radar signature than the base model. The B-1B took to the air for the first time in October of 1984. In the 1990s, the B-1B was utilized for conventional weapons missions. In 1999, 6 B-1 bombers were stationed at Royal Air Force Base Fairford, England, to support Operation Allied Force in Kosovo. The aircraft has the largest internal payload bay of any bomber and has a 4-person crew. It has 4 General Electric F-101 GE-102 turbofan engines and can carry 84 Mark 82 500-pound conventional bombs, 30 CBU 87-89-97 bombs, or 24 JDAMS bombs. It can also carry a nuclear short-range attack missile, the AGM-69A. At sea level, the aircraft can travel at Mach 1.2 and reach altitudes of more than 30,000 feet. Number 1. B-2 Spirit Stealth Bomber. The B-2 Spirit is a long-range, low-observable strategic heavy stealth bomber produced by Northrop Grumman that is primarily used by the U.S. Air Force. The aircraft is capable of penetrating complex and dense air defense systems. The B-2 was built at Northrop Grumman's facilities in Pico Rivera and Palmdale, California, and made its first flight in July of 1989. The multi-role bomber has a generic weapons interface and can carry a weapons payload of 40,000 pounds. It can fly at a height of 50,000 feet and has a range of more than 6,000 nautical miles without refueling and 10,000 nautical miles with 1 refueling. It has the capability to transport conventional and nuclear weapons, as well as precision-guided munitions, gravity bombs, and maritime weapons. It is also capable of carrying an AGM-129 advanced cruise missile, around 80 Joint Direct Attack Bombs, JDAMs, and 2 Boeing Large Ordnance Penetrator weapons.